Hey, Dylan's Travels, welcome back to a brand new video. Today, we're going to be talking about Istanbul because recently I went to Istanbul and I had a fantastic time. I saw some amazing things. I explored little corners of Istanbul that normally people don't explore. Went on a massive trip to the Princess Islands, saw some amazing clear water, beaches and so on. And today I thought I'd share with you the ultimate, I'd say about 5-day itinerary for Istanbul. But if you're going for less or you're going for more, it is still worth watching because, you know, you can cram stuff in or spread stuff out. So let's jump into this ultimate itinerary for Istanbul. I've also, when I was out there, I filmed every single day. So I've actually got content of the stuff I'm gonna be telling you is the best things to do in Istanbul. So firstly, let's start. When you arrive in Istanbul, you'll hear people talk about the Asian side and the European side. It's essentially just different sides of the massive river that leads into the, I think this is the Black Sea. So, but let's jump into day one. Now, the first thing I think you wanna do when you arrive in Istanbul, one of the most amazing things to do is go and check out a few of the markets inside of the local area you're in. And Hostels. They're legit knuckle dusters, eh? Beard trimmer.
Or chest sets.
I really want a mini chest set, you know? Now, once you've checked out a few of the local markets, the next stop would be to go and take a look at the Grand Bazaar. Now, Istanbul is famous for its amazing markets. I cannot tell you how big and crazy the Grand Bazaar was. There's loads of markets that are all like a maze, and it's like glistening lights and gold and shiny, and they're selling these amazing things. So definitely, if you're in Istanbul, having a look at the markets and working your way up to the Grand Bazaar is a must do. And I recommend doing that on day one because it kind of sets the tone for what Istanbul is like. It gives you a feel for the local area, and you know, you jump straight into one of the most amazing things about Istanbul. Up here.
London, oh my god. Oh my god, Bailey. Come on.
Moving on to day two, I would recommend going to the area in the region where there's the Blue Mosque and the Hagia Sophia. Now, I had no clue what these were realistically before I went out there, but especially the Hagia Sophia. When I went inside, I was amazed. It's a very, very old building. Roll the clips from the Hagia Sophia area. What a day that was. Like one of the top 5 things to buy in Turkey. Definitely corn on the cob. With salt though.
It's fun.
So you've got the Hagia Sophia over there, and now the queue to get in the Hagia Sophia is really long. We don't know about prices, but you know it's a very, very long waiting time. There's guided tours and stuff, and there's the exit to it. But right now, before we decide to queue up, we're gonna go take a look at the Blue Mosque, which is on the other side, which is obviously newer, it seems. Yeah, this one's definitely very grand. Alright, let's see. There is no dress code apparently anymore. Yeah, so mine are quite good shoes. So we was just inside, and it was really interesting to be inside. You take off your shoes as you go in. Yeah, so there's people praying inside, and you kind of walk around on the carpet. There's some free literature about Islam and the Quran, and this definitely makes the list of things to do in Istanbul. We'll learn about the local culture, religion, and the architecture inside some of these places is absolutely stunning. They've opened the gate. Literally.
So I guess it was just a time thing.
Yes, they must open the gate every few hours, and then we just... So we're inside the Hagia Sophia now. Yeah, this is so much grander than the Blue Mosque, wow. Alright, so if you're coming to day 3, I would then recommend going to the Princess Islands. Now, the Princess Islands are a group of islands, as you would have guessed, that basically offer slightly different things, whether it be nice beaches, nice scenery, really quiet sort of local villages and local culture, to a more popular tourist destination where you get lovely food and all stuff like that. And you can go on hikes, which we did around the island, and explore the whole little island and get amazing views of Istanbul, because you don't realize how big Istanbul is till you go to them islands and see the pure span of Istanbul is absolutely crazy. So I explain a lot about how to do this and what to do and how it works with the ferry passes in these clips. But yeah, jump into the Princess Islands Day 3 Istanbul adventure. Princess Islands, here we come. Istanbul ferries. Right here, let's go. Princess Islands, we think they stop at every island. We're gonna get off at the first island, have a look around, get back on, and so on for all the islands. Reminds me a bit of the ferry trip we did in Greece. 2 years ago now, same sort of vibe. Alright, so we just hopped on the ferry. Right now we're going to the Princess Islands. Now the Princess Islands are going to make the list of the top 5 things to do in Turkey, Istanbul. Now a bit of advice, if you're looking to get on the ferries to go to the islands, you can either go for a tour guide cruise of the islands, which is €10 and lasts for about 4 hours, there's less departures. Or you can do what me and Haley have done and get on a local passenger boat through the islands. It's about 320 lira, 32 lira, and you basically go up to the card machine outside the Kabatas ferry port, pretty much select a 3-day pass or however many passes you want, put your money in, get a three card pass, three trip pass basically, and then you just scan it like an Oyster card, get onto the first ferry, get off whenever you like we think, then scan it again, go on the second ferry, which comes like 2 hours later maybe, and then just explore the islands. So we're not sure when the last departure is, we're going to find out, but here's the Princess Islands. We just got off the boat, we're going to go for a quick little dip just to cool down a tiny bit, and then we're going to hop on the boat, back on the boat to another island. No clue what they're like, there's no cars, you just kind of walk and yeah, horse or whatever you want to do. So we'll have a little explore and let you know how it goes. Alright, so we're walking up now to the actual official beach, and the gradient, you can't quite see it, is very high. And then you got to walk down this little off-road path. We're just following Google Maps to the beach club on the other side of the ferry port. Alright, so we arrived at the beach club. We're going to go to the beach behind it, but beach bar. And here we are, here's the beach that we walked all the way around the other side to. There's no ferries here, but I don't know if it's going to be worth it. We don't know if we're going to get charged either. It should be alright though. And here's the beach we just come to. I think it's free unless you want a sun lounger. Is it worth walking all the way around the island? So yeah. So a quick update, every single time you get on the ferry and get off, you need a 3-trip pass. So each trip costs the equivalent of 3 metro trips. So when you get a 3-trip pass from the machines over there like Bailey's doing, you basically one's for one ferry trip, you then need to buy another one for another ferry trip to get to the next island, and then a final one to get home. It's not like 3 passes means 3 trips, if that makes sense. So we're on a new island now. This one is popping off, it's so much busier. Just check the ferry times before you go. But yeah, this island definitely seems a lot more busier. So definitely recommend coming to a few of these islands. We're currently on the big Adana island. It's not called Adana, but it's got Adana town, or it's like begins with B. So. And what I say on day 4 is go around during the day and explore all the places you haven't been to in Istanbul. Take a big walk. I mean, walking from the Asian side to the European side, or across the river, across the bridge, it's a really nice thing to do. There's so much culture in amongst that, and you see some great sights, meet some great people, have some great food. Definitely have a corn on the cob on the way. I thought it was super tasty. Have a look at a few viewpoints in and around the walk, because there is a lot. We didn't choose to go to all of them, but there's a lot of places you can go up to for like a €5 fee. And then I would also say, try and go to a local bar or club, because going to a local bar and club, I think is quite fun. Like I've really enjoyed getting out and about and experiencing some Turkish nightlife. And there was crazy amounts of fire on the table consistently, which is always a good sign. I guess to kind of expect the fire just from when I've been in a Turkish barbers and they like flame your sideburns off. In the club, whole line of liquor, flames everywhere. Perfect night out. So I say day 4, you're looking at a nice chilled day, have a walk around, see anything you haven't done, have some nice food, and then, you know. Maybe even get a Domino's pizza if you can one day, because I thought that was equally super interesting experience. I went to Domino's Pizza in Turkey. Now, as a pizza connoisseur, I was very interested to see what it would be like. The store was very fresh, and I ordered a bali and something else that I can't pronounce. They started cooking my pizza, and the store was empty, which was quite surprising. So I got some sauce for 50p, some Greek sauce, and then my pizza came. So I collected it from Bossman, and I took it all the way home. And when I opened up the box, I was amazed at the circularity of the sauce. It looked very tasty. My friend Bailey also got a very nice pizza, and I tried it. This cost me about £7. And when I tried it, I was impressed by how nice it was. I gave it the good nod of approval because it was tasty, 9 out of 10. However, after I finished the whole thing, I started to feel a bit sick. It was quite rich, but they also gave us chili flakes, 9 out of 10. And then on day 5, I would say, you know, have a little bit of a relax and go to a Greek spa, a traditional Greek spa. And, you know, they're not for everybody, but get some, I'm not going to spoil the surprise for these, but just take a look at traditional spas. See what ones are around and, you know, immerse yourself in a bit of the culture. In terms of hostels, I think you can expect to pay about €14 a night. Cabs, again, are fairly cheap. Always negotiate the price beforehand. Turkey and the Turkish lira has gone down a lot, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a super cheap country right now. Now, you know what? I would say it's cheap for Europe, but when you look at perspective in terms of like Morocco and stuff like that, Turkey's definitely more expensive, but for Europe it's cheap. You know, cabs, yeah, at reasonable prices. Food, again, is reasonable price. They just suffer with massive inflation over there, which is why things consistently change price. But overall, I feel like after this Istanbul trip, we went to a villa in the middle of nowhere in Dalaman in Turkey, and that was equally as fantastic. But Istanbul is all about culture. It's all about forcing yourself to, you know, get out, have some Turkish food, go for a long walk to the markets, go to the Hagia Sophia and go to the Princess Islands. It's all about culture, I feel. So I hope that helps a lot of your Turkey trip to Istanbul. Let me know how it goes. Subscribe and leave a like and comment if you want any more information. Thank you.